What a great chapter of One Piece this week. The stakes are continuing to rise in Elbaph, so let's get into my thoughts of chapter 1150. We start with another installment of Yamato's cover story, with the pilgrimage to the Enma Shrine completed. It seems as if we may be wrapping up this cover story soon, or at least be starting to get some conclusions to ongoing story threads. The chapter title is called Domi Reversi, and we'll get to why soon. We start at Branch Route 8, with several giants reaching the children, but before they accomplish much of anything, Imu unleashes Conqueror's Haki and knocks them all out. Even Dory, Broggy, and Jarl, who are at a distance from Gunko, notice some giants who are affected by the Haki. Imu has given Gunko demon wings, a tail, and pitchfork. Where the five elders seem to take the forms of yokai, it seems Imu is more of a typical demon. Imu is disappointed by killing Am's work, who tries to upsell his capabilities by pointing out that his sleeptids are continuing to spawn and can be revived at any time. Of course, Summers is intimidated but subservient to Imu. The captured Straw Hats are surprised that he is still alive and are trying to figure out what has changed about the female Holy Knight. Robin wants to know where Luffy's group is, and Nami and Brook point out they are currently in the underworld along with Harudin. Robin attempts to break free from the thorns surrounding her despite the pain it is causing her. So the Holy Knights, in addition to having similar broken powers to the five elders, also seem to know who Imu is, with Summers being completely subservient to Imu. Imu tries to determine who should be the leader that they negotiate with, and Summers agrees, while thinking about how much his body hurts because of Gaban's actions. Imu decrees that Dory and Broggy will be the kings of Elbaph, and they are just angry about it at first, not realizing who they are dealing with. Broggy tries to interrogate Imu, but they simply continue the decree, saying that Broggy will cut off Jarl's head and claim the title of king. During this, Imu has a book with a pentagram on the cover floating above their hand. Flames burst forth through the book, and a large gun and a dagger manifest. Broggy refuses to do Imu's bidding, but they blow off his hand with the gun and decree that Broggy shall now possess the power of evil. So first we are shown imagery that evokes demons, and now the power is straight up referred to as evil. As other giants react to Broggy losing his hand, Imu draws a pentagram in the air and explains they will grant Broggy a demonic slave form. After saying the title chapter Domi Reversi, Imu imbues Broggy with demonic power. As the giant warrior pirates are horrified by what has happened to their captain, they also realize that Dory has also been demonified. If that wasn't bad enough, many of the pirates themselves also get turned into demons, seemingly because they were caught between Dory and Broggy. And so now the chapter concludes with Imu's influence over the giant warrior pirates fully realized. Jarl is told to flee, but as a warrior will not heed such cowardly advice. It is clear from the events unfolding this chapter that the stakes are being raised for the purpose of some kind of payoff. Either Luffy comes and surmounts the seemingly insurmountable, as he has done many times before, or we are in for a much rarer outcome, a devastating loss here that changes the course of the story. It's a bit too early for me to be able to say which will happen, but I am on the edge of my seat holding out for an answer. How much higher can the stakes be raised before we get into the action? What will the proper main conflict actually look like? This is what I'm looking forward to finding out. Let me know what you thought of the chapter in the comments, and here's today's lyric quiz. We get some rules to follow, that and this, these and those. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video.